go.
G'day, I'm Mark from JS and I'm going to do a little quick video on how to assemble and use the A18-5300. First of all, let's just show the way the hoses are set up here. Obviously we have our two hoses that go onto the vehicle with the recovery couplings on their storage point on the trolley. Then we have the recovery line, which is going to the inlet of the recovery station through, most importantly, through a filter to the recovery inlet position. And then we have our vacuum line that goes to the vacuum pump off of the vacuum tap. This line here also doubles up as your refrigerant line when we go to fill the vehicle. So once we've recovered all the refrigerant and we vacuumed the system down, we'd have this hose closed off on the tap here, and then we'll take this off, and that's the one that goes onto the refrigerant bottle to actually begin the process of regassing the vehicle. All right, back onto there, onto the filter, the inlet filter into the recovery machine. Okay, these taps, obviously high and low side, refrigerant recovery and refrigerant into the vehicle, and vacuum don't need a massive amount of tension. All right, finger tension on them is plenty. All right, they don't need to be screwed hard down. You will damage them by over tensioning them. Right, they can sit back there. When we set the machine up, first thing to do is fill the vacuum pump up with the correct amount of oil. There's obviously an oil window on the vacuum pump. So there's 2 bottles of refrigerant oil or vacuum pump oil. The next thing is to mount the recovery machine to the trolley. Underneath the recovery machine there are 3 Allen headed screws. They come out and these studs go in to replace them, which then go through the trolley with a nut to fix them on the bottom. Take out one at a time as you put these studs in, or the pump inside will shift around and you risk dislodging the pump inside the recovery machine. The next thing on the back of the recovery machine, I'm just going to show this one here. We've shown the filter on the front, which is going to protect the pump. On the back, this cylinder is not a filter, it's actually an oil trap. So this is the device that allows the oil to be trapped in the refrigerant that you're recovering, and then we can measure out how much oil comes out of each system. So you should empty that between each recovery phase. All right, coming onto the front of the recovery machine here, I'll take these gauges off so it's easier to see. So we've got our 2 lines going onto the vehicle, coming back into the manifold. You have both of these open, all right, and the recovery line open. At this point, the outlet is open, the recovery bottle is open, and we're going to gradually open up. Just come in, Andrew, and show this one here. We're going to gradually open up from the closed setting to the liquid setting, and watch the pressures on the recovery or the inlet side of the pump will be up quite high to start with if there's plenty of gas in the system. As that comes down and we're fairly sure that we haven't got any liquid refrigerant coming in, we can gradually open this up around to the vapor point. As it's around here, it's only just letting refrigerant in. As we come around to the vapor side, it's fully open. All right, we don't want it on the fully open setting when there's any potential for any liquid. So as the pressures drop, we can safely open that up and start recovering a lot quicker. All right, once we finish recovering, we can bring that around to closed. We can then also close this off. All right, if you want to purge the system, we come around to the purge setting, open this up again, purge on here, again with the pump running. That'll take all the refrigerant out of these lines, out of the pump as much as it can, and pump it all into this, on the outlet, back into the recovery bottle, and then you can close that off. It's still going to show some pressure in there because it can't obviously purge this line. All right, that's pretty well the basics of using this machine. All right, thanks for watching. Hope that helps.